So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer. And this is being recorded on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas if you're watching this then. If not, I hope you had an amazing holiday. Walmart decided to send me a present. Okay, not really, because, well, I did give them money first. And this is the Classified Series Cobra Shadow Tracker figure. This is one of those figures I honestly know nothing about. He just looked damn cool. As you can see here on the box, he's got a whole lot of, frankly, cool stuff. We've got him the compound bow, a lot of neat equipment, amazing art, a really unique design. I know this was in the Return of Cobra series, which was back in 2011, so relatively new character. You know, he is number 108. Once again, to be a G.I. Joe figure, you have to be over 6 foot, unless you're a Tunnel Rat or the Steel Brigade. So I would never be a Joe. A lot of neat things on here. I did a little bit of a not quite a deep dive, but I went to try to see just kind of who he was. And I mentioned before, he was in 2011. I don't know if he was a Vala design, but he has a lot of things that kind of carried over into Action Force, which we'll talk about in a second. But enough about the box, enough about the presentation. Let's talk about the figure. So here is Shadow Tracker out of the box. This guy could have been one of the top figures of the year. This guy could have been right up there, like I said, Eclipse is probably, Agent Helix is probably one of my favorite figures from this year, for example. And I am going to try to do it, maybe a top 5 next month for the 2023 stuff. But this guy, aside from one glaring problem, I love everything about this figure. You know, as I said before my last video, I know it. I'm a little inconsistent of putting him with gear and without gear when I do one of these videos. And yes, I have him completely geared up because I can completely have him completely geared up. He's got some new accessories, or at least new at least I believe they're new. Because again, I haven't opened up all my Joes yet. Sorry. He's got some extras. He's got one of the neatest gimmicks I have ever seen in a figure involving his mask, and I'll be getting to that in a minute. It's just, like I said, there's just one jarring issue. And we'll talk about that when we get to articulation. First thing I'm going to point out, he actually has something extra that was not shown with his box art. Where did I put that box again? The axe. Yeah, the axe is not on his box art, or if it is, maybe it's twisted here to the side. But even then, it's not showing, like, the handle or anything on here. So, I guess it's there. I guess there's the strap there. But I did not, like, I was looking at the box art, I was kind of surprised. And I actually liked the axe handle in the front, to be honest. But like I said, it had a lot of good surprises for me. You know, when you look at him from top to bottom, he's got this great color scheme going on with the dark grays and the green. I love the flame on his boots here. He just has this very, I guess tribalistic feel to him. You know, with the bones and everything on there. The belt here has got the paint on the ropes, the bones here. He's got the pelt. I don't know if the light's picking it up, but it's got leopard spots to it. It's not a flat color. I mean, I could probably dry brush that a little more, but I don't want to ruin the spots because it looks really, really good. I'm a huge fan of asymmetry. And the gauntlet here and the shoulder pad here with the bones. This guy, he's got a very, very Predator-esque look. And it carries to a lot of different things on him. Like, that could be the Predator gauntlet blades. The wrist part here doesn't have a wrist computer. Oh, one thing I did notice, now, when I was doing a deep dive on the original toy, is that he had a Cobra tattoo on him. He does not. He does not have any type of Cobra symbol at all. And this, in a way, makes the figure even more fun, because if you want a one-off figure, he basically doesn't seem to have any kind of allegiance on him. So this guy would fit very well in with an Action Force display too, and he kind of has that feel to it. Like I mentioned before, I don't know if this is a Vala design from 2011, but he has a lot of the things that Vala likes to have. I want to talk about his mask. Yes, this is removable, and it's got this crazy skull underneath of it. So we have no idea what this guy looks like, but I put the neon yellow one because that's on the mask and that was on the original figure. But well, actually, I want to talk about this first. The paint on this is great. These dead eyes on here. I don't know if that's supposed to be face paint on them, but he doesn't have a nose. So I think he's wearing another mask on there, and it's just such an intimidating look. And then we have this mask, which these just push on by friction. And this, okay, this reminds me of the mask from the Predator in the movie Prey, because it was also almost like a skeleton-based one. And God, I love it. The bow here, the bow and arrow and the quiver and all. With this being on the shoulder here, this actually reminds me very much of how NECA does their plasma casters, believe it or not. And I don't know if this quiver's been used before, because again, it holds everything on here. Yes, I would have loved more paint on this, because there's some excellent detail on here, especially on the arrows. I would have loved to have seen some of that olive green on the flights. He does have an arrow he can hold. It is removable from here. I mean, this is a very nice thing to it. The compound bow, as you can see, is clipped on here. You just pull that out. And I don't know if that's supposed to... I mean, I guess that's supposed to be a laser sight, but that clips on the front of the bow. When I have him holding accessories later, I'll kind of feature it. I will say the arrows were a little bent when I took them out of the package. And he has a very nice wicked knife with the silver blade. So again, we could paint the knife blade, but we couldn't paint the flights. I think that was a little lazy. Same, I would not have minded the axe having a little bit of silver on it as well. And it's in this leg holster right here. So, I'm going to take that off real quick. Articulation. Like when you first get him, something to keep in mind, push the shoulder down, and then you can almost get the shoulder to get under the catch here, and you can get the T-pose. When I first got it on here, the shoulder was catching on there, so I couldn't get the full T-pose. Legs, the usual pinless fare, does have the drop-down hips, yada yada. Oh, I want to point this out too. He does have the older ball peg on here, so one does look up and down, and I could probably put other heads on here. So I'm wondering if this is the roadblock body in here. I honestly do not know. Because this is my problem. Put that head on there real quick. There we go. This vest. This vest kills any ab crunch he may have. I don't know if he's got the ball peg ab crunch or if he's got the older style one. I have no clue. Because of this vest, he has none whatsoever. Which is a damn shame because I can't have him in like crouching hunting poses. You know, I can't make him as agile as he probably should be, which is a damn shame. Yes, I am completely nitpicking about this figure. It's because I like this figure so much, except of this stupid vest. Now this is the one part where absolutely Action Force shines, because if this was an Action Force figure, I could actually remove that vest. There'd be some kind of snaps on here or something so I can remove it. Here there is nothing. I mean, I'd love to find some way of cutting it I don't know if I'll ever find another one of these figures, to be honest, because I would love to switch this out for maybe a Garrison Cavalry vest if I could, or something just to kind of give him some more looks to it, because this is an excellent figure. He has a lot of personality, and it's just the fact I can't do any kind of ab crunch or anything with him. It like takes away part of the playability for me, and that is a damn shame. I really love how he looks. I mean, he's just such a savage figure, and it's again, like I said, I feel like I'm being just denied that much more awesomeness from him. This mask looks awesome for close like you're gonna have him set for close combat. Ah, darn it. Balance could be a little better because, again, that mask. I mean, that being able to adjust that top. I think the only other thing that possibly could have been cooler if there was a way that he could actually have a mask hanging from his belt. Like, literally, he just changes the masks for whatever, you know, style he is. Like, again, like this. This is the stalking and hunting his prey mode. And then going back to the neon mask. So yeah, this is basically how he is for a long-range hunt. Now, while getting him in this position, I did find a few other things. The hair, yes, does restrict movement, like a Marvel Legend female figure in some ways. So that kind of took away a little of the fun. Plus, I can't take advantage of that barbell neck joint. Second, the pelt on the back does make him a little back heavy, but if I had an ab crunch, I could almost use that to help offset that. But my gosh, this looks absolutely awesome. Even if holding the arrow in there is just being held on by a wing and a prayer. I still don't get why this silencer piece is at the front of the bow. I don't know if this thing actually has the ability to shoot a bullet, because it does have an effect port in there. I think that'd be kind of cool if, yes, he's got the bow and arrow, but does have a single shot, a silenced single shot in here, because that would make him just that, honestly, that much cooler. But can you imagine this and then having this other mask just hanging from his belt somewhere? It would just I would have all his gear on him, but it just looks so good. So, yeah, it's like, it's just there. It really is. I had to try. I am very happy I did. Yes, it's a little small for the rest of them, but that looks freaking awesome. If there was only some way that would stay on his face, that would be like the most epic thing. I'm actually almost tempted to find the other Killmonger mask now. But I mean, can you imagine? And then of course I did the same over here. I did the full head swap, and that looks really epic. But see how the Killmonger figure has the ab crunch in there? If they did this type of design on him where it was incorporated, that would be like complete and utter perfection. Yeah, I'm sitting here having to catch this guy falling because, again, with this pelt on here, it just throws it off just that much. But dang, this... I should go find a Chadwick Boseman head just because. But it just works, especially for Killmonger. The savagery, it works really, really well. Tones are a little off, but I don't hate. I will say this head was too small. It just didn't fit on the ball peg. Black Panther head though does look kind of cool on it. I'm gonna go see, just for the kicks of it, if I can grab the Killmonger head as well. But it's cool, but not my favorite. I could not find my Killmonger figure, but I did find my MCU Heimdall figure. I really, really, really like this a lot. that works a little too well. Again, the tones aren't completely on point, but this looks utterly badass. I totally see Idris Elba with this role, and I love it. Again, my biggest complaint is just that damn vest. Alright, let me get him back to normal, and we'll do the final thoughts here. So yeah, Shadow Tracker is a character I didn't even know existed. Again, did not appear until 2011. So I can't say, oh my gosh, I have been waiting for a remake of this guy. But I love everything about him. The other version of him had even more accessories, the original. He had a bolo, he had a net. A net, I think, would have been a really cool accessory. Might be a nice, fun one to either make or find a third party for. So he had a lot of stuff. This is a character a lot of love went into the design on, and it shows in this remake too. This guy was a Walmart exclusive, so that also means, I hate to say it, unless you see him online, kind of a good luck finding him. Because I never saw any of the exclusives at any of my Walmarts down here in North Carolina. Because if I could find a second one, I would be carving this vest up in a heartbeat. Because just to try to do something and maybe even make another version of him. Because there's nothing under his vest right now. It's bare chest down there. Or if there's a tank top, I have no clue. Because that vest is really what kills this figure more than anything else of being a top 10 contender. Other things, I mean, that the hair not allowing the neck movement, that I deal with that with other action figures, to be honest. It's a shame when when you have aesthetic versus function, but I get where they're going with this. I mean, the paint is on point. The QC is on point. I had no loose joints. The weapons, okay, I gotta heat up the arrows, but everything else came out fine. Again, I love his design. I love the multi-mask gimmick. I love the face without the mask on here. This is just a vicious character. And it's just, again, it's a shame because he could have been top tier. This guy could have been the Cobra equivalent of Agent Helix, of just, gee, I didn't know about this and I love everything about it. So, I do recommend him. I'm not going to say go out of your way and track him down, because he's a Shadow Tracker. But if you see him on the shelf, pick him up. Yeah, I'm not going to say pay exorbitant eBay prices for him, but yeah, this would be one that if you see him, I'd scoop him up. And if you don't like him, you should be able to flip him pretty easy. Just don't be a jerk about it. And, I just, again, he could have been, he just could have been that much better. The potential was all there. But hey, that's my 2 cents. But let me know yours. Seriously, hit those comment sections down below. Did you like him? Did you grab him? Are you feeling regret that you didn't get him? Are you relieved that you didn't get him? You know, that's what this is for. We're here for discussion. We're here for talks. We're here to get more than 5 likes. But jokes aside, and speaking of likes, hit that like button down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I got a whole big box coming from me from Big Bad Toy Store, including that War Bear I've been waiting forever and a day on. It's going to be some neat stuff. I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, because again, this video is going up it's being recorded on Christmas Eve. I wish you a safe and happy New Year. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace.